Pigeon 30 is now live. Streaming NHL 19, Halifax Pidgeons regular season.
And they are ready for the opening face-off, and so are we. Halifax has got the puck, and they get to make the first play.
The Paladins dropped a game they would have liked to have won. They need to refocus and get back to the basics.
Shoots. Great point-blank save.
Now that's a beautiful stop on a great scoring chance.
Steps in from the neutral zone. Takes that pass from the other point. He missed the net by a mile.
Boy, this puck had a lot of steam on it, but unfortunately he turned his hands over, and that's what caused the puck to miss the net badly.
Laid on to Zucker. Solid glove save there. Pass attempt to Ennis. Halifax leaves the defensive zone. Sent that pass on ahead. Save! Receives that pass from the other side. Blockered away. Parise's tripped, and a penalty should be coming. The Paladins get a 2-minute penalty for tripping. Minnesota's power play will have its first chance of the game.
This is a power play earned in a scoreless game. Their power play can now get them on the board and give them a lead.
The Paladins skated up on the side. Drives it. Terrific shot, but a save. Tremendous hit.
Both teams talked about having a physical presence. He got the message. That early hit sets the tone for his team.
Play stopped. That puck is just held. That faceoff is won. Hammers one. Wonderful save on a terrific scoring chance.
Look at how active the goaltender is, looking around the screen to try to make the stop.
A little under 5 minutes have gone off the clock. Nothing on the scoreboard has changed. Still a pair of zeros. Puck is thrown to Gronlund. Outstanding body contact.
Even when the puck's on your stick, you better know where everybody is on the ice.
Right near the goal stripe to Eric Stahl. Looks over things from the corner. Takes his pass from the goalie to Gronlund. Suter's tripped up. That should be a penalty. Puck picked off. Collins going to the box, and the call is tripping. Minnesota's special teams get a big chance here. 5 against 3.
You don't get too many chances like this, Doc. A 5-on-3 power play. The key is to be aggressive, get the puck to the net, make those 3 penalty killers move all over the place.
Clears the zone. Now it's directed to Niederreiter. Motors along up the middle. Slides it to the point. Propelled to Parisi. Lets a shot go. Save there. Shot. He scores! Winning strategy on the power play. That is the first goal scored after a lot of work.
Great start. They were ready to play, and it shows on the shot clock as well.
Dubnyk's shutout streak continues with every minute that runs by on the clock. He had a shutout in his last game, and he'd like to pile up a few more minutes here.
He's got it in those pads, and a whistle.
Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 41 seconds.
They won that draw. Gives it over to the point. Long lead pass to Dumba. What a ripper from the point. To Stahl. Back to the point to Dumba.
It's all wild right now.
To the half wall. And he gets it back. Oh, and that shot is way off.
I don't care how hard you shoot the puck. You can't miss the net that badly.
Wonderful stop. Pitching it to Hagler. Driving in from no man's land. Trying to go to Suter. Minnesota's in their own end, hoping to make a play to center. Slid to Gronlund. Fires one. Great glove grab. Up to the point. Got his pad on that one. Fantastic poke check. And ring more bells on that one. One after another. Gathered up again by Helm. Close in play. Carried towards the corner by Zucker. Minnesota's power play has ended. A long one. And one they needed, but did not get. And angled to Suter. To Stahl. Leads it right back to Suter. Forks it to Suter. Throws it to Dumba. Sends it. He scores! And they take that neutral zone faceoff. Is able to move on in. Oh, what a hit that one was.
Better tighten up the brain bucket. Not afraid to get physical here tonight.
Can't take an offsides here. Everybody goes back. No team worth its name is going to let that go.
Is now available for additional spots.
And now, after that period of time, we get the whistle and the penalty call. They've got the draw.
The rookie's looking for his first goal.
What a tremendous hit. May not have been intentional, but he got it anyway. From the slaughter wrister. Takes it in from the neutral zone. Just like shootout. Oh, and he misses.
Shooter seemed to have almost too much speed on his breakaway.
That's great defense. Scooped up by Ryan Suter. Pitching this one to Mikko Koivu. Terrific determination by Myers. That one fired down. The defense will win the race, and icing is called. A little past halfway here in the first. 2 goals have been scored, both by one team. Swept on to Dumba. Back and forth they go between the points. Saved with the pad. Can he clear? In with it now. Chip to Myers. Just fired it wide. Looking to Gronlund. Snapping a pass to Dumba. And he gains the zone. And up to Suter. That shot came from right in front.
He had his eye on the puck the whole time. What a stop.
Great shooting lane. Wonderful save on the redirect. And still another save. What a show. Terrific hit slowing them down. That puck was obstructed by a screen. Takes it to the corner. On to Dumba. To Stahl. Slides it to Dumba. To the half wall. To Dumba. Looks for room. To Suter. Big shot from the point. Pad save. Collected now. Laid on to Gabrick. Gains the zone. Quick wrist shot. So close with that one.
Just a bit wide of the target.
Directing that one to Eric Stahl. Moving it to Foligno. Around through the corner. Lots on that to Suter. A shot. Great save in close.
The shooter thought he had a chance, but the goaltender robs him. What a stop.
Passing one off now to Killorn. And he steps across the line. To Foligno. Minnesota's continuing to probe up the wing. Collected by Ryan Suter. And he dumps it in. Halifax has possession in their own end. Right up the side. In the slide. Terrific save off the redirect. Shoots. Perfect tip by the stick. Pass attempt to Shaw. Points it. Cranks a blast. Great glove save on a redirection. Solid, clean win. Nice job to get it from the boards to center. Got that pass in his own end. Around the 20th minute of this period. Hits the post.
Well, a bounce sure would have gone a long way for them as they try and climb their way back into this game, but the post denies them.
Good intercept in his own end. It's dumped in. Shoots one. Nice save there. They're going to have to do better than that to beat him. Takes that pass off the boards. Shoots one. And the period comes to a close. Wow, what a finish.
Which one of you?
And period 2 is underway. Puck is thrown to Niederreiter. Oh, boy, what a hit.
I wonder if that hit will change the momentum of this game.
Carried right up the middle. Quick shot. Waffle boarded. And now it's directed to Niederreiter. Enormous hit. He's crushed.
Oh, he thought he had more room to slide by him there. Nope, he got thumped.
Puts one on. Fired one and it got the post. That puck hit him on the way to the net. Right into the slot. That shot's blocked. In front. Score! And it's a one-goal game.
Minute after minute piles up on such a long streak. You feel like it's never going to end, but eventually it does. That one eludes him, and now he's got to start a new streak.
They've won the faceoff. As that one measured at center. Propelled to Raffle. Fires a superb hit. A great hockey play there.
3 minutes, 5 seconds.
What a heavy hit. Swept aside. Quick wrister. Got that. Tremendous scoring chance.
The Paladins still have to keep plugging away at this game. Their goaltenders held them close, and the game still is in doubt.
Just a bit under 5 minutes have gone by. So some success here. And they've cut the lead to just 1. That's a good pad save. Watch out. A big hit. And sent down to Mikko Koivu. A shot. Lightning in that glove.
It's one of those rare games where there's not much scoring, but there's been plenty of chances. The goaltenders have been excellent, and the energy has been high.
they've won the faceoff. Gains that offensive line. Gathered up again by Niederreiter. Score! What a quick answer that was. Minnesota's ahead by 2 and thoroughly outshooting the opposition. And that's a face-off win. Pitching it to Zucker. A collision.
Ooh, that one's going to hurt. You get jolted in open ice, it hurts.
Paladins have it up the wing.
41 seconds.
Flings it. He was standing in the lane and got some of it. A punishing hit shuts that one down. The Paladins carrying on in the defensive zone.
Cullen's trying to do way too much there with that offensive opportunity.
Twist one. Outstanding save with a glove. That's a good hit off the forecheck. Plays it safe back behind his own net. Slid to Foligno. And he dumps it in. Chip to Foligno. Hammers one. Outstanding work with the glove. Every time we come here, it's that way, a sellout. What do you think goes into that consistency?
Not the case, Doc. This team has gone through some trying times, but the tide has turned. Lots of hard work, improved play both on and off the ice.
Clean win on the draw. Halifax charges up from the wing. Takes a shot. Got his glove on that one. Whistle is blown, and now the penalty will be handed out. Anything you do once, you can do twice. Let's see if that applies to this particular power play. Another face-off win. Just like his team, he's winning everything. The net is off its pegs. It has to be replaced. Play is stopped. Good face-off win. Many yards gained to Suter. Terrific determination. Wow, look at him. He's got a long way to go. Does he have enough gas? Oh, what a terrific save in close.
Equal to the challenge. Nice stop.
Steps across that line. A shot. Trying to go to Cullen. Lets it go. Save. And on top of that, another great stop. Snaps one. Stood up there and blocked that shot. They gain the zone. They need a good choice here. Nice work by Helm. The Paladins skated up on the side. That play goes offside. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the second. It's a 3-1 game. And they've taken that face-off between the blue lines and won it. That is up close and personal.
There's a phrase in hockey, hit or be hit. That's exactly what happened.
It seems like his teammates are more excited for his 99th career goal than he is. I guess maybe he's looking at 100, and that's the one he really wants.
Paladins with a clean win on the draw. Solid work there by Zach Parise. Cut that pass in his own end. Perfect wrister. Got his glove on it. What a save! And the referee's whistle has stopped play.
Dubnyk's seen a lot of rubber tonight. His team defensively hasn't helped him out very much, but he's turned aside almost everything. And as a result, they have the lead.
What a hit. Pitching this one to Larson. Wonderful block. The poke check worked. Looking to Hagelin. Skates it into the zone. That's a great save. I was watching for sticks to go up. No celebration this time. And he's hit again. He'll feel that one tomorrow. A big collision in the middle of the ice. Paladins with a big penalty kill. We're back at full strength. A big hit. And play stopped because of an offside. And they won the neutral zone faceoff. You win that, and you don't have to chase. They chase you. Snapping a pass to Koivu. In that defensive zone, an important play. Directing that one to Myers. What a ripper! Off the mark.
He hammered that puck and just went over the net.
It's dumped in. Goes back deep for it. The Paladins have it along the side at mid-ice. Lets it go. They can't find the target. Oh, snaps the shot. Save. Defensive zone win. To Coyle. Brings it in for an attack. On to Coyle. Good, solid defensive play with the stick. No! Gotta get it on net. Gets that pass, and now will he give one? Punched away. A shot. That's a great glove save. A shot, and yet another save. How does he do that?
What quickness side to side.
Critical face-off win at that point. Directed to the net. Stick save, a tough one to follow.
1 minute left.
Slid back across from one point to the other. And a save. It's blocked. Back at the point now. Moving it to Eric Stahl. Cuts that pass off. Goalie out. Grabs that one with his stick. Passing one off now to Stastny. The second period is over in this game. Get the towels ready. These guys have worked pretty hard, but it'll just be temporary, their rest, as they'll come back out for an interesting third. These two 40 minutes down, at least 20 minutes to go. What are your thoughts so far?
The Paladins are lucky to still be in this game. They've been outplayed in a lot of areas, especially with the time of possession. But one lucky shift or one lucky bounce, they're right back in it.
To Niederreiter.
Niederreiter's looking to add to his 2-assist game so far. He's been creating chance after chance for his teammates.
Laid on to Ennis. Got it at the point. Shoots. Outstanding save. Can start the attack going in the zone. Oh, and it's off the mark.
Coach is always told, hit the net. He was trying to be way too fine with that shot, and unfortunately for him, skates away empty-handed.
Goaltender pass. Brought ahead. Propelled to Ennis. Got a piece of that one. Minnesota's in their own end, lugging it along. Zone to zone to Eric Stahl. Brings a shot. Wonderful save. It didn't look like he had a thing to shoot at.
You don't get many better opportunities than that. Great save.
Ripped along to Ennis. Good place to shoot from, and he does. Great save. Minnesota's getting an attack ready in their own end. Fires. A textbook stick save. Carries it on in from center. Slid to Myers. Tries to set up something from the trapezoid. The Gronlund. Pass attempt to Foligno. That was a big hit by himself. Are we getting one? Yes, a penalty shot.
Well, the defending player was trying to go for the puck on this breakaway opportunity, but clearly does not get the puck. It's all skates. We got ourselves a penalty shot.
Cut his stick on it. As we wait for him to take the puck at center. What drama building here. Under 7 minutes have transpired in the period. A 2-goal spread in this one, 3-1. Good offensive zone win. Skilled play by Brown. A terrific shot, but it's answered by the pad. Chip to Foligno. Takes the shot. Dogged determination there by Foligno. Intercepted. Look out, here it comes. Bombs away. Puck is thrown to Helm. Leads that charge into the zone. Blocked away. Oh, and the puck winds up back at center ice. Man, intercepted that one at an important place. Gathered up by Upshaw. An enormous hit. Skill play by Niederreiter. And quickly to Zucker. Score! And that is a milestone. His 100th career goal.
Scoring 100 goals requires consistency and a lot of hard work, and this player has done just that.
Minnesota's goal has built an even bigger lead. We're in the third period. For the opposition, at least that is fortunate.
Minnesota goal scored by number 16.
Crosses that line. Outstanding. Save off a chance.
And by number
A great wrist shot. He wore that puck on a hard shot.
36 seconds.
Larson's got another hit in a game in which he's had many. Terrific save with a pad. Chipped up the wing to Ennis. Puck loose now picked up. And now it's directed to Dumba. Oh, and he's hammered.
You want to be into a game, hit or be hit.
A hit that can make you mad. Lets it go. At least he protected his goaltender. Loose puck, the defense got in the way there. Look out, the hits are coming. Gathered up again by Mikko Koivu. Pitching it to Dumba. Trying to go to Eric Stahl. Halifax is along the wing at center ice. That puck struck him in front. On to Parisi. Things are heating up with that hit.
His effort is always the same, Doc. Up 2 goals, down 2 goals. He just flattens his man in this case. Maybe a little frustration because things have been pretty brutal for them tonight.
Pitching this one to Niederreiter. What a hit that was. Smart recovery by Eric Stahl. Good use of the stick. Broke that pass up. Taken out along the boards. And at an angle to Spurgeon. Pass to the blue line. Point to point. Puck loose. Good defensive positioning there. Back to the point to Suter. Can't get a shot on. Great save. Oh, bad giveaway there. Goes for it. Big pad save. 49 left. Gains the zone. Fires. That shot went badly wide.
Well, you miss an opportunity like that. You better not be in a hurry to get back to that bench.
And that one's chopped in half by Myers. This is a tough one to work for. Lets the shot fly. May not have been intentional, but he got it anyway. Wonderful stop. Looking to Spurgeon. Snapping a pass to Coyle. 2 guys together with force. Big force. Shoots. That hits somebody. He's in on an onside play. Sends to the point. Shoots. Blocked. That puck was obstructed by a screen. And the horn is sounded, and this one goes down into the books. Minnesota's recorded a victory, and so the chain gets bigger.
It doesn't seem to matter who the opponent is because this team is really executing effectively on their game. That's another win, and the streak continues.
Greetings, everyone, with Eddie Olczyk, Ray Ferraro coming up in just a moment. I'm Mike Emmerich. It's the end of a long homestand, and it hasn't been very good, but it's finally coming to an end. How do you approach this last game?
Well, I think it's pretty simple, Doc, is that the mindset at home tonight to end this homestand should be the same way that you approach road games. Nothing fancy. Keep it simple and worry about what you can and bring the hard hats here at home that you would bring on the road.
Halifax is obviously not happy with the way they performed during this homestand, but I got the sense in talking to some of the players and coaches this morning at the pregame skate is that they're going to come out with a real simple attitude, a real simple game plan. Pucks ahead, people ahead, put the hard hats on, and see what happens at the end of 60 or maybe even longer minutes of this game.
We direct our attention to the nets and the starting goalies. Hopefully his team will give him more support than they did last time, and I'm sure that the coach has spoken with him about bouncing back because it was a decisive loss. He gets the call to the crease despite losing that last game. Ryan Getzlaf, Stanley Cup champion in Anaheim, captain of the team beginning in 2010, two-time Olympic gold medalist for Canada. Nice play with the stick. Nothing more will come. A collision.
Lindholm's a player that always reacts positively to a physical game. This time, he's trying to set the tone early with a good hit.
Play is stopped, so let's hear from our man at the ice, Ray Ferraro.
All the window dressing around this team looks great. The arena's beautiful. The jerseys look fantastic. The merchandise is all over the stands as the fans have bought just about everything out of the souvenir shops. That's great. Now we'll see what the ice looks like when the players start to play.
Many thanks, Ray. The Paladins are driving it from the wing. Maybe can change the tide at center ice. Skates it into the zone. Muscled long to Fowler. Quick wrist shot. Wow, what a glove save. A good tie-up on the face-off. That led to his team getting the puck. Got it in his own end. Directing that one to Perry. Pass attempt to Silverberg. Quick wrister. Wonderful save. Moving it to Ennis. Gains that offensive line. Skill play by Ennis. Has it back deep. Anaheim's handling the puck at center. Carried right through the 50-yard line. Snapping a pass to Stastny. Knocked off the puck. Pitching it to Raquel. Laid on to Kasha. Save! Halifax is getting an attack ready back in their own end. Brings it in for an attack. Sends to the point.
The rookie's looking for his first goal.
Oh, how can they miss that pass? Good shooting place. Raffles hooked on the play. There will be a penalty. The Ducks are given a hooking minor.
This was okay about 10 years ago. Not anymore. That's a hooking call.
The Paladins are getting their first power play crack of the game.
So their first power play gives them a chance to get one on the board here.
You could not take penalties against this power play.
Eddie, I'm with you on that. It's dumped in. Good work along the boards. Puck is thrown to Hagelin. Crosses that line. Gathered up by Larson. Passing one off now to Cogliano. Anaheim's gotten it back out. They check the clock, get ready to defend. Paladins waiting back in the defensive zone. Look out, the hits are coming.
One way to wear down your opponent, play physical. That's exactly what happened there.
And he shoots. Great save. Now it's directed to Letestu, trying to go to Hagelin. Leads that charge into the zone. Got the save there. And on top of that, another great stop.
He was in control on both of those saves.
Larson's trying to work his way to center ice. Oh, and a missed pass, and the puck goes out. Open ice hitting is back. Perfect wrister. Terrific save. And decides to just cover it up and get the whistle.
Area is now available for additional spots.
Over 9 minutes played in the first. Neither goalie has made any mistakes so far. Trying to clear it here. Good job in clearing it out of his own end. Still time on this power play, but not much. And he steps across the line with a shot. Waffle boarded. A great wrist shot. And still another save. What a show. Point to Myers. Sends a howitzer. Save there. He hangs on and gets the whistle.
The Ducks need to acknowledge their goaltender after one of the better saves you will ever see. Somebody get this guy a pasta visual.
Paladins win it. Chip to Stastny. Paladins power play let him down at a very important time. Very important steal for him. And they've got it again. In front. Shoots. He scores.
Sometimes when you score first, you take the edge off your own team. That can't happen. You're up 1. Go make it 2.
Perry's come up strong here for his team, ending a scoreless game.
There was a feeling out process until that first goal of the game.
Anaheim's won that neutral zone faceoff.
Corey Perry, assisted by number 6.
Gives it to the point. Important interception there. On to Killorn. And thrown down to Stastny. And angled to Killorn. Gets that one on a cross. Slid to Stastny. Oh, he got in the way of that one. It's blocked. Centering pass. Picked up by the defense. Pitching this one to Silverberg. Propelled to Ennis. Looking to Letestu. Behind the net. Cranks a blast. May not have been intentional, but he got it anyway.
Pettersson's nicked up here. Guys, he's going to have to finish this shift. They're stuck in their own zones. Pettersson's laid it all out on the line. He was injured earlier in the shift, still had enough jam to get out and block the shot.
From the faceoff, and they lock up, and a good reach. That's help from the wing. A shot. Oh, what a stop.
The shooter thought he had a chance, but the goaltender robs him. What a stop.
A little under 5 minutes to go in the period. Anaheim's got the lead, 1-0. Slides it to the point. Stole that pass at a critical end of the ice. And the pickup. Not a hard hit, but effective. It's lost. Laid on to Kasha. A superb hit. A great hockey play there.
Raquel's often the object of a target. He's so good, nobody wants to give him much room, but he gets tagged there.
Oh, that's more than your normal rub out.
Great play along the boards. Tries to wear down his man by throwing the body.
slot shot. Solid glove save.
Lindholm's not out of position at all here. He's in the right spot. That allows him to deliver this check.
Hey, Ray, what's going on down there?
Just spoke to a representative from the road team. They're going to be short a player for the rest of the night. The injured player won't come back.
Anaheim's got it again. Shoots. Outstanding save. A howitzer off the crossbar. Is able to move on in.
Hagelin's trying to do way too much there with that offensive opportunity.
Through the corner now. Back to the point. Collected by Getzlaff. Directing that one to Silverberg. Shoots one. 20 minutes are in the books. And so the coaches will have their say. The players will rest and listen. It's a 1-0 game.
It's time for our Hamburger Bonanza. If the home team scores in the next 2 minutes, you can get a free...
Anaheim's 1-goal lead came on this play. We want to show it to you one more time as we go to break. First face-off of period 2. Pass attempt to Ennis. Oh, what a mean hit that one was. That's probably going to bring an answer.
Ennis is hurt slow to the bench, and as he gets there, the trainer's already waiting for him.
Hangs on to that one for a stoppage in play.
Ennis was rattled as soon as this collision occurred. He's really been struggling since.
They took that draw and won it. Lets it go. Oh, he got that. And he holds on, and the whistle stops play.
You can't deliver the puck much better than that, but the goalie says no chance. That's an excellent save.
Puck drop, tie up, and help from the winger. Gains the zone. Puck loose because of that hit. And it's a good pickup. Chip to Larson. Carries it toward the woodwork. He cut that one off in the defensive end. Moving it to Perry. Using the point, he's got it. Forcing attention in deep. Lets it go. Lightning-like reflexes there. Great glove save. Anaheim's got another win. Got that pass near the blue line and now looks ahead. Slid back across from one point to the other. Fires. You could almost count that one, but no, what a save. A little over 5 minutes gone. Anaheim's up in this game, 1-0. It's dropped. They lock up, and that's a good job by the winger. A rocket. Booted aside. Snapping a pass to Kasha. To the point it comes. Right along the line. A point blast. Good save there. That diffuses the attack for now.
That shift was looking really dangerous with all that pressure. The goalie finally got possession. He freezes the puck to slow things down.
The Ducks bench really got excited when they saw their goaltender make that amazing stop.
The Paladins win it. Strong wrister. Tremendous hit.
Oh, he's been looking for that hit all night.
Took that away in his own zone. Takes that pass from the other point man. Reads the play and keeps it. Zone to zone to Coleman. That's how you break up a play. Whistle is blown, and a man with guilt all over his face is going to the box.
Oh, this is clearly a tripping call. He made no attempt to play the puck and took the legs out from the attacking player.
We go down to the benches. Here's Ray.
Ennis was injured earlier, guys. He will not return. He's out for the rest of the night.
The Paladins win the draw. Lets a shot go. Save. Holds on and gets that whistle. Puck dropped in the logjam, and the winger reached in and got it. And a save. Two players splat to the boards.
I don't think he's going to take that road again. He got crunched on the wall.
Pitching it to Raffle. Laid up that right side to Killorn. Using the point. A shot. Didn't miss by much.
That's what I would call a grade A scoring chance, but the shot just missed the target.
The Paladins have control of the puck in their own end. takes it in from the neutral zone. That one is pointed to him. A point hammer shot. Oh, a save there. Somehow this one's going to come free. And decides to just hold on and get a stoppage of play.
The Ducks need to acknowledge their goaltender after one of the better saves you will ever see. Somebody get this guy a steak.
The face-off, the tie-up, and a solid job from the winger there. Terrific determination by Myers. Halifax has got it in their own end, hoping for center. On to Gabrick. Oh, and he missed the net.
There's not really much place to go with the shot. He's trying to be perfect. He misses, and the puck rings around the boards.
Halifax has it in their own end. Steps in from the neutral zone. Has that pass off the boards. Shot it back out of his own end. Halifax with a long way to go and not much time to do it on this power play. Carried to the corner by Marion Gabrick. Halifax sees a critical power play go empty. Feeds the point. And moved down to Letestu. He finished his check right in the middle of the ice.
Oh, that hit sends a message.
Every time we come here, it's that way, a sellout. What do you think goes into that consistency?
As long as you're playing well, Doc, because this fan base is not afraid to turn on the home team.
The Paladins prevailing on the faceoff. Heaves one. Great glove save. Over 8 minutes to go in the second. The Ducks lead 1-0. The Paladins get the draw. To Perry. He imposed his will. Shot. Just couldn't find the target.
When the puck sounds hard when it hits the end boards, that means you've missed the net. Scoring chances handed away.
Long lead pass to Kempney. Shoots. Pad save. In the corner with it now. Tries to clear. Collected now. A quick turnover by the defense. Can they keep it going here? Puck is thrown to Henrique. Shot. Great save at the edge of the crease.
Seems like he was in too tight on the goaltender.
The Paladins are at the wing in neutral ice. Wonderful stop. Ahead on that left wing to Raquel. A shot. Nearly grazed the iron on that.
He was trying to be a little bit too fine there. That's why he missed the net.
And sent down to Henrique. Fires. Elevates a pass to Henrique. Back to the blue line. Up the boards with it now. He's got no hip pocket. It's a good thing. He just got swiped. Good place to shoot from, and he does. Oh, and the puck winds up back at center ice. Man. Waits from the corner. Shot on goal. That puck hit him on the way to the net. Paladin skated up on the side. Fires. Blocked away. Great save. Passing one off now to Eves. And they are in. Has it in his own end. Now it's directed to Clutterbuck. Outmaneuvers his man in the zone. Just missed the net with that one. The second period has been played, and that's the fun part. We now look forward to the third.
Now's your chance to play clean. Drop your plastic cups, bottles, and clean paper products in the recycling bins throughout the arena. Thank you, fans, for joining.
The Ducks haven't given up a goal yet, and on the strength of big saves like this one, they might not the rest of the game. More in a moment. 40 minutes down, at least 20 minutes to go. What are your thoughts so far?
The Paladins are lucky to still be in this game. They've been outplayed in a lot of areas, especially with the time of possession. But one lucky shift or one lucky bounce, they're right back in it.
Driving in from no man's land. Great defensive poke. Gathered up again by Getzlaf. Trying to go to Silverberg. Terrific poke check by Larson. Paladins lug that along up the wing. Lets it go. A strong pad stop there.
Fowler's strength and power really shows the force of this hit.
Off that faceoff from the tie-up, the help came. Looks over his options from the corner. And down to Perry. They keep working hard on the boards. Halifax carrying it in the defensive zone. Got it at the point. Turned a shot on net. Ah, that's a good pad save. Many yards gained to Manson. Pressured out. Pitching this one to Perry. Can start the attack going in the zone. Outstanding body contact.
You got to keep your head up there.
Picks it up back there. Looking to Getzlaf. The Ducks have it along the side at mid-ice.
Getzlaf's got to try to simplify his game there. Just too much stick handling.
Puck loose, now picked up. And in flight over the line. Up to the point. Simple play, made well, strong defense. Dealt with in the corner by Perry. Good shooting place. To Clutterbuck. Into the end of attack. And down to Myers. He kicked it along out of the scrum. Receives that pass from the other side. The Ducks with a neutral zone possession along the wing. Right to the point. A shot. Saved there. Up that right side to Clutterbuck. Shoots it on. That went off the pad. Right off the left wing, it comes on through right on his stick. Slid to Kempney. With no time whatsoever, he turned it aside.
Great display of goaltending right there, Doc.
The Paladins are skating it up at neutral ice. Into the corner by Clutterbuck. And holds on to that puck to get the whistle. The Ducks' schedule is a strong one. They've got a lot of home games coming up and a chance to improve their record even more. Under 9 minutes left to go. Only one goal hanging on the board so far. So it's 1-0. The Ducks skated up on the side. Gives it over to the point. Scooped up by Kessler. Shot. Wonderful save. What skill by both goalie and shooter. Anaheim's got that face-off win. Halifax revving it up in neutral ice. Lets the shot fly. Blockered away. Solid pass ahead to Cogliano. Propelled to Kessler. Shot got in front of another one.
A missed opportunity from this close in.
The team would like to thank you for your continued overwhelming support.
Gibson's able to make what turns out to be a relatively routine butterfly stop.
Critical face-off win there. No!
He's got to make sure that thing hits the net. You don't get many chances from the middle of the ice.
Points it. Takes that pass from the other point. A great opportunity, but he missed the net.
Ripped it, but ripped it just past the net. You got to hit the net on that opportunity.
Directing that one to Letestu. In with it now. He takes that point pass. Laid on to Liljegren. Passes to the slot. Saved off the pad. That was redirected. Point to point. Blocked. Not a free puck now. Halifax carrying it up the wing. Chip to Ruffin. May not have intended it, but it hit him. Save. And there's a delayed penalty call. A penalty has been called, and the game could hinge on this. The Ducks get 2 for boarding.
Yeah, as you can see here, Doc, no chance for the attacking player to protect themselves. That's why it's a 2-minute penalty. The power play is all about adjustments. They need to find a way to get more people and pucks to the net.
Eddie, I'm with you on that.
Well, their power play hasn't come through for them yet. Here's another opportunity. See if they can take advantage of it.
49 seconds.
Good job on that faceoff, tying the man up. Very important time to have a minor penalty call, and so special teams become important.
That puck was on edge. That's what made it go into the crowd.
Every game presents a fork-in-the-road opportunity, and this is it. It's a long 5-on-3 power play, and it begins now. The puck's dropped, and that's a great job tying the man up on that faceoff.
You're right, Doc. This is a big advantage here. A 5-on-3 on the power play. It's one you have to capitalize on.
He loads it up. That hit somebody.
Oh, they want him to play like this all the time, guys. He has been a runaway steamroller this game. He has gone over top of 3 or 4 players already.
Pass attempt to Stastny. The Paladins are driving it from the wing. Swept on to Myers. Puck covered, whistle blown.
Lindholm's able to close the space where the forward thinks he's got some open area, and then he lays a thunderous hit on him.
Big face-off win here. Let's see what happens. Lifts the stick and steals the puck. He finally got it out of there.
The Ducks had some options there, but they made the right play by shooting it out of the zone.
On to Hagelin. And a save. And he puts the glove on it and stops play. They won it. Now what can they do? Anaheim's gotten it back out. They check the clock, get ready to defend. Gains the zone. Approaching the final minute in this game. Good work in clearing it out. To Hagelin. Moving it to Letestu. He's got that point pass. Slid to Myers. Lets it go. Oh, what a chance. What a save. Does not get any more dramatic than this. 4 feet by 6. Yawning open at one end, hoping for an advantage at the other. Left wing pass to Kessler. He missed the net. Myers wants possession out of his own end. Nicely into the zone. Good place to shoot from. Wonderful stop. Dogged determination there by Kessler. Cleared it out of there. Taken over again. Snapping a pass to Stastny. Anaheim's PK comes up large. Oh, stick save.
I like the way that he's played tonight. He's been up on his toes trying to make a contribution physically all over the ice. This is an excellent game for him.
What a marvelous game. His team mobs him. It's his first shutout of the year.
Only the elite at this level can skate away with the 0 on the board. He's going to be looking for more before this season is over.
Terrific contest. Two teams gave their very best. See you next time. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Emmerich. Pleased to be joined by Eddie Olczyk up here in the booth and Ray Ferraro down near the ice. There should be some pretty good firepower on display tonight. Halloween hockey action. The masked men this time are the goalies. And this matchup. And before the face-off, here's Eddie.
I can't predict who's going to come away with the W in this one. Both teams have skill in key positions, and the coaching staff for both teams have them coming in well prepared.
And the opening face-off is here. It is the 31st of October, Halloween. What might happen? Oh.
The Sabres won their last game, and they have designs on putting a string of them together with another W tonight.
A shot. Got that in the trapper. On a night of ghosts and goblins, there are goalies, and there are observations coming from Ray Ferraro.
The key to this game is who's going to be able to move the puck out of their end the quickest. Both teams can forecheck really well.
Thanks very much, Ray. The Sabres win it. Terrific determination by Oposo. He cut that one off in the defensive end. Crosses that line. That pass along the boards. A point blast. Save there. The face-off, the tie-up, and a solid job from the winger there. He's got that pass at the point. A hit that can make you mad. Breakaway. Right out front. He scores. Trick or treat. The trick was the score. The treat for him, his team, and the fans.
Always better to play from in front than to chase the game. There's the game's first goal.
Halifax is ahead by 1 goal here in the first period. A lot of time still left to play, but getting one and breaking the tie was huge. Puck drop, face-off one, and the winger stepped right in. And he dumps it in. Passing one off now to Oposo. And at an angle to Reinhart. Has that point pass as well. Wouldn't let him fly. The Paladins skated up on the side. Lets it go. Save.
Attention to all fans.
Holds on and gets that whistle.
With a custom plate ILV HKY in the new parking area, your lights are on.
Puck dropped in the log jam, and the winger reached in and got it. And he steps across the line. Flings it. You can almost count that one, but no, what a save. And you thought open ice hitting was gone.
Oh, that's going to make them think twice about going to that area.
Slid to Pominville. It's dumped in. Looking to Raffle. Pitching this one to Hagelin. He's in on an onside play. Crashed into him in open ice. That's the way to make him pay. A howitzer hits the post.
Hagelin's facial expression tells you he can't believe that this puck hit the post and stayed away. That was a chance to put a nail in the coffin.
Here he comes. Shot deflected. Trying to go to Martin. Laid on to Liljegren. Got that pass in his own end. Placed into the corner by Bailey. Propelled to Gergensons. That puck hit him on the way to the net. Clutterbuck's trying to get from his own end to center. Rister. Oh, what a pad save. Pitching it to Gergensons. Can start the attack going in the zone. Paladins are driving it from the wing. Gathered up again by Bailey. Bailey's tripped, and a penalty should be coming. Gets that one on a cross. Marvelous save. No time on that one.
Now that's a beautiful stop on a great scoring chance.
The stick can break up a play, and it just did. Martin's going to the box. A player hit the ice, and the call on them is tripping.
No, this is a tough call. He was trying to play the puck, but he tripped up the attacking player.
Buffalo's getting the edge for the first time tonight with a power play.
You can turn the tide of a game on a power play whether you score or not by getting shots, by getting traffic, and by keeping the puck in the offensive zone. If you chase it up and down the ice all the time, nothing gets accomplished.
Driving in from no man's land. Got a piece of it with the glove. And still another save. What a show. Puck picked up by Cullen.
Goalies have to make a half a dozen great stops in a win. This is one on a beautiful move, but there is nowhere for the puck to go.
Just over 7 minutes to go here in the first. It's a 1-0 game. Good job on that faceoff, tying the man up. Right in front. Oh, what a move. What a tremendous hit.
Eichel's not shy to throw his body around here at any time.
Tries to clear. Some contact there, and the puck is loose. Back again to O'Reilly. Outstanding save. What magic even to get there and get the shot off.
You got to think that's a game-changing save there.
Right on his stick. Can he get it out? They clear the zone and take the opportunity to change. Sends it back the other way. Blocker save. Snaps it to Opposo. Block. To the point. To Opposo. He wore that puck on a hard shot. And the penalty killers come up big again. It's cleared.
Great job by the penalty killers. They've been able to front the shots in the zone, pressure the play up the ice. It has been a letter-perfect penalty kill so far.
A heartening collision. You thought they were gone. They're not.
You see a hit in that area of the ice, it gets everybody's attention.
Cut that pass in his own end.
You're probably best not to make that type of play, even though you're trailing by a goal. Still make the right reads. Be aggressive when you can be aggressive.
Lets it go. And a save. Skilled play by Opposo. Many yards gained to Ristolainen. Tremendous job done defensively there with a poke check. They're getting all organized now. The Sabres missed out on that power play and a chance to tie the game. It's over. Pitch to O'Reilly. Great glove save, and he keeps it.
He traps that one with his glove.
The Paladins are not concerned about their goaltending. A couple of real good stops, but none better than that. What a save early in this game.
Tied up, but a good reach and a good step in there for possession. Shifts to the backhand and shoots. Got a piece of that one. Poke checked away. And he steps in. Shoots. That shot came from right in front.
The shooter thought he had a chance, but the goaltender robs him. What a stop.
Leonard's lucky. He just got a piece of that, but it was enough to make the stop.
Paladins with a clean win on the draw. Move to the shadow of the boards by Larson. Has it in his own end. To Middlestat. And they are in. Back to the point. Shoots it on. Good save there. The Paladins skated up on the side. Oh, and he is closed off emphatically.
He saw that hit coming, but he still made the play.
Around the 20th minute of this period. Good shooting place. Routine save, but a necessary one.
Shop for everything. You can get new styles of jerseys, shirts, hats, and more in our team store.
Kemper's presence of mind to continue to battle and never give up keeps this puck out of the net.
Face-off and a solid tie-up and help arrive. Good job. The battling continues along the boards. Gains that offensive line. Loud pad save. Play stopped. That puck is just held.
That shooter might want to check his stick. If that's all that he's got in the arsenal, it's not going to score very often.
Good face-off win. Receives that pass from the other side. That's a great deflection there. Good stick. 20 minutes are in the books, and so the coaches will have their say. The players will rest and listen. The Paladins have the only goal.
When your team wins, you win $10 off at Bob's. Bring tonight's ticket to any local Bob's.
Anna's goal came very early in the period, and a lot of other opportunities came later on, but none of them resulted in a red light. We are at intermission.
Of the game.
Underway in period 2. Directing that one to Opozo. Puck is thrown to Reinhardt. Snapping a pass to Ristolainen. Fires. Save! Halifax in mid-ice skating along the side. Dealt with in the corner by Ennis. Wrister from the slot. Used that big goalie stick well.
Kemper's blocker save is a pretty routine one. He's in good position, and he deflects this out of danger.
Nice face-off work. Back in his defensive end to get it. Moving it to Reinhardt. Outstanding body contact.
Oh, he's been looking for that hit all night.
Chip to Eichel. Skates along the line. Fires. They score! And they've tied the game up.
You get the lead, you want to pin the lead down. You want to give yourself the opportunity to spread the lead out. But they don't. They give up the tying goal, and now we're back to even.
Buffalo's got this game tied up. Still lots of time to play. The Sabres control from the faceoff. Steps across that line. Lets it go. Save. Halifax moves to center ice. Right to the point. And possession has changed. Brilliant move on that pass. Didn't get through. Robbery there.
It's one of those rare games where there's not much scoring, but there's been plenty of chances. The goaltenders have been excellent, and the energy has been high.
That shot hit a man. Carried to the corner by Pominville. Shot. Great save in close.
Great display of goaltending right there, Doc.
Smart recovery by Clutterbuck. It'll come free, but not without a lot of work. Played in the corner by Clutterbuck. Buffalo's got it in their own end, hoping for center. Up to the point. And down to Middlestat. A big collision in the middle of the ice.
The coaches talked about those type of plays.
Oh, that'll bring a penalty, and it does. The Sabres get a minor penalty for charging.
All this player has to do, Doc, is not skate through the hit. Glide a little bit before you make contact with the attacking player.
The Paladins are getting their first power play crack of the game.
Well, the power play's excited to get out there. Those guys just about scrambled onto the ice as they get their initial chance of this game. The Sabres have been able to get ongoing offense from him for quite some time now. This point streak continues as he's had an excellent game again.
Under 9 minutes have passed. We are at 1 goal apiece. Good face-off win. Takes that pass from the other point. Karam pass to Killorn. A one-timer. Wonderful stop. They lock up from the draw, and the teammate puts the grab on. Sent on by Bogosian. Myers has his head up, trying to get ahead to center. Now it's directed to Raffl. On to Stastny. Pass attempt to Raffl. That is up close and personal. Whistle blown because the puck had gone into the player's bench area.
The puck's played into the bench, and after it rattles around there, someone's going to throw it over the glass, and some fans are going to be lucky enough to walk away with a game puck.
Solid win of the draw. Shoots. Wow, what a glove save. Freezes play. Good setup off the wing. And angled to Myers. That puck was obstructed by a screen. Shot. Wonderful save. What a skill level there.
The goaltender shuts that one down on a superb opportunity.
I don't know if he's going to make a save much easier than that one. He's in good position. It's a rather routine stop.
The Sabres with a face-off win. Buffalo's gotten it back out. They check the clock, get ready to defend. Halifax lugs that along in the defensive zone. Swept on to Myers. Gloved. And decides to just cover it up and get the whistle. Paladins prevail again. Feeds the point. Directed on. Great glove save on a redirection. Stole that pass away in his own end. Still time on this power play, but not much. Steps in from the neutral zone. Stastny's hooked on this play, and the arm of the referee is high. Buffalo's roster goes down by 1 here. At least briefly, a minor penalty for hooking.
More times than not, Doc, anytime you reach in around a player's hands that has the puck, you're going to get a hooking minor.
It is a 5-on-3 for a brief time, but still a 2-man advantage, and the face-off will start it off. They win it.
One of the biggest mistakes a 5-on-3 power play makes is they're looking for the perfect shot. The more you shoot it, the more you move the penalty killers around, and you start to tire them out.
They won that draw. Right in front. Shoots. Great save at the edge of the crease.
Looked like the net was open for a second, but he shut it down.
They've got the heat on in this advantage. Wonderful save on the redirect.
I don't know how much of this puck he stopped, guys, but it was just enough to keep it out of the net.
We have a winner. Gergensons has got it on his stick. Can he clear it? Buffalo's got 2 up on the penalty board for delay of game.
Anytime you shoot the puck from your defensive zone out into the crowd without touching anybody, it's a delay of game.
The Paladins get a huge opportunity here. It's a two-man advantage, and it's a long one. Let's see how they do. Critical face-off win there.
You're right, Doc. This is a big advantage.
Hit the post on the outside. Oh, the pass just didn't work. Long lead pass to Killorn. Great opportunity from point blank. Try to clear the puck. And that one cleared by the penalty killers. Tremendous hit.
Eichel's often the focus of other teams' physical play. He's going to have to pick himself up after he got trucked there.
Slid back across from one point to the other. Shot with no time whatsoever. He turned it aside.
That was a good challenge. Better stop.
Puck over the glass, and we get a stoppage of play because of that.
You can't deliver the puck much better than that, but the goalie says no chance. That's an excellent save.
The Paladins win the draw. Intercepts that pass. Maybe he can generate something. Got a free puck now. Is able to move on in. Lets it go. He shot that in his own net. It's a goal.
They were working on this power play set extensively at practice over the last couple of days. They haven't been really successful, but they cash in here. That's a great payoff for all the work they put in.
Paladins have broken the tie, and we're still in the second period. Much uncertainty about which way this game's going to go. Buffalo's got that one. Now what? Gains the zone. Look out, the hits are coming.
That's what we call, Doc, using the old noggin.
Gives it over to the point. Reads the play and keeps it.
That's a bad turnover, Doc. When you're ahead, that puck has to be moved into a safe area of the ice 100% of the time.
Right next to the line. He's got that point pass. Great save. And he puts the glove on it and stops play.
Kemper's able to make what turns out to be a relatively routine butterfly stop.
Critical win of the draw. Muscled off. Wasn't intentional. Didn't go well. Loose puck. Solid work defensively by Bogosian. Puck flipped up out of play into the bench area.
Always pretty cool to see people get excited when the puck is shot into the bench and they know that they're maybe going to be able to get their hands on it. They're all waving around hoping somebody flips it to them just over the glass.
They won that battle in the dots. Buffalo's penalty killers were remarkable that time. Skill play by O'Reilly. Passing one off now to Larson. Oh, what a hit that one was. Slid to Girgensons. He hangs on and gets the whistle.
The Paladins have been the more aggressive team right from the very beginning of this period. They've been on the body, hemmed them in the offensive zone, and as a result, they have the lead.
A little under 6 minutes on the clock in the second. We were tied, and now it's a one-goal game. Laid on to Larson. Halifax along the wing can play it ahead. Shoots. Terrific shot, but a denial.
Buffalo's goaltender has been outstanding. They're lucky they're still in the game, as this is still close. I'd like to say that the shooter was shooting for a rebound. At least I hope he was, because that shot had no chance of going in.
His team leads in the game, and he's the leader in the faceoff circle. Big pad save. Got it on his stick in the slide. Puck leaves the zone, and so play goes back to mid-ice. A big collision in the middle of the ice.
You have a hit like this, there will be more to follow.
Oh, and he robbed him.
Well, the goalie will take these all day. His save percentage goes up, click, 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 with muffins like this to stop.
Good job on the draw. Propelled to Hagelin. Takes it in from the neutral zone. Oh, that's more than your normal rub out. He helps his team make progress with that bounce pass. Looking to Raffle. Hammers his way up the wing at center. Lets it go. Nearly grazed the iron on that.
Well, that's a good scoring chance. He's trying to be too fine, trying to pick the corner. Sometimes you've just got to shoot it at the middle of the net.
A shot. Wonderful save. He was hovering right over it.
A timely save. That is tremendously tremendous.
Strong play there by Helm. The Sabres up the wing lug the puck. To the point with it. Rips one. Got it all. He covers and has diffused the attack for now.
Beaulieu's still feeling the effects of that huge hit. He's got to learn you cannot play with your head down at this level.
Nice play with the stick. Nothing more will come. 40 minutes have been played in this contest, and everyone gets a break, but just for a moment. Third period coming up.
Looking for a way to show love for your team? Don't forget, Team Hat giveaway night is right around the corner. The first 3,000 fans in the arena will pick up an official Team Hat.
Halifax has got the lead at the end of the period, and their goaltender has made a huge difference in that. Here's just an example of his body of work. We'll be right back. Third period about to begin. The rear view mirror will help us with the first two, and so will Edson.
Buffalo's down after the first 40 minutes of play. Couple of positives. One, they're only down by a goal. Second, time of possession has been in their favor, but at some point they have to convert some of those chances.
Great opportunity denied. And down to Reinhardt. Chip to Opozo. Throws it to Ristolainen. Possession in the zone. Back at the point now. Pitching this one to Ennis. Leads that charge into the zone. Fires! Stared him down and made the save.
You got to find a way to put it in the net.
And it's a pleasure to bring in the third voice on our crew. Rinkside, here's Ray Ferraro.
Manson's been like a one-man demolition crew. He has been so physical all over the ice.
He is fun to watch, isn't he, Ray? We'll do more of that now. Stastny's got another in a long list of face-off wins. A howitzer. Good glove save. Solid, clean win. Works his way right up Yonge Street. To the point it comes. He missed the net.
Oh, that shot had a lot of steam on it. That just missed wide of the net.
And the puck goes back out to center ice, and so everything will have to get reset. Trying to go to Opozo. Pitching it to O'Reilly. He gains the zone. Doesn't get the shot off. Directing that one to Raffle. Stole that pass at a critical end of the ice. Puck is thrown to Larson. On to Ristolainen. Lets it go. Blocked. Got that pass near the blue line and now looks ahead. Great takeaway. And he gains the zone. Ristolainen's got it on his stick, trying to clear. Snapping a pass to Bailey. In with it now. Nicely received at the point. Shot. Big point blank save there.
You want to score goals, you have to go to this area.
Lets it go. Save. Puck covered, whistle blown.
Kemper's blocker save is a pretty routine one. He's in good position and he deflects this out of danger.
Clean win on the draw. The Sabres with a neutral zone possession along the wing. Oh, the pass just didn't work. Gathered up again by Martin. Lets it go. Outstanding save with a glove. Paladins prevailing on the faceoff. Slid to Cullen. He is hooked. He kind of shook it off and continues to play. There'll be a penalty. The Sabres guilty of a minor penalty for using the stick blade. Just a hook.
This was okay about 10 years ago. Not anymore. That's a hooking call.
Paladins get another power play. There is confidence here because they've been good. Let's see what happens this time.
They've been successful before, Doc, in the game here. Let's see if they can do it again. Move the puck, get the puck to the net.
Bounces it ahead to Josephson. Looks over his options from the corner. No way he's getting by there.
I know lots of people like high-scoring games. Well, actually, I'm one of them. But this has been almost like a well-played chess match. There's no room. There's no way that either team
can find a way to get many more chances than there's been.
He takes that point pass. That puck came back to center ice, and so everything slows down for just a bit. Almost like a cement wall that time, and that puck is not going where he wanted it to.
He took a hit to make a play along the boards.
And he dumps it in. The Paladins with possession in the defensive zone. Carries it on in from center. Lets it rip. Grabbed. And holds on to that puck to get the whistle. LA's next on the hockey agenda here as the visitors keep rolling in. Different cities coming in, and the home team remains the same as usual. That's the glory of this time of year when you're on a long home stand. A shot. Didn't miss by much.
From that position on the ice, he's got to hit the net. Make the goalie make a save.
Laid on to O'Reilly. Good intercept in his own end. Propels to Hagelin. Outstanding save. Oh, they had a great chance. It's dumped in. Long way to go and not much time to do it. Skates it into the zone. A delayed penalty call to signal. Great glove save on a redirection. The Sabres are going to be boxed 2 minutes for boarding.
Well, the officials are instructed, Doc, as you know, that any time a player gets hit from behind in this fashion, it's going to be a penalty.
It is a 5-on-3 for a brief time, but still a two-man advantage, and the face-off will start it off.
One of the biggest mistakes a 5-on-3 power play makes is they're looking for the perfect shot. The more you shoot it, the more you move the penalty killers around, and you start to tire them out.
And he steps across the line. Flings it. One-timer. Outstanding save there. Collected at the boards. Oh, and he's hammered.
One way to wear down your opponent, play physical. And that's exactly what happened there.
Swept away. Gets it back. Shoots. Save with a blocker. Puck controlled now by the defense. Moving it to Josephson. It's an onside play. Continuing to move behind the net. Lots on that to Josephson. Gives it on a cross from the point. Shoots. That shot went badly wide.
I think with him getting bounced around in a slot area, he just got a little discombobulated and missed the net completely.
Fires. Solid glove save. He covers and holds on.
We'd like to thank you for your support.
Leonard's been sharp throughout the early part of the game, and that's continued all the way through. He has had an exceptional night.
Just a hair under 7 minutes still showing on the clock this period. Halifax is up by the narrowest of margins, 2-1. Puck dropped, and the winger stepped in to help. That's big. Trying to get rid of that puck. He blocks it down and keeps it alive. The Sabres are at the wing in neutral ice. Chip to Letestu. Now it's directed to Hagelin. Brings it in for an attack. A superb hit. A great hockey play there. Face-off win, and now what will they do with it? And at an angle to Hagelin. Save there. And the referee's whistle has stopped play. They won that draw. Shoots one. Outstanding save with a glove. That face-off is won. quickly off the stick. Oh, he saw the window open, but he didn't even touch the curtain.
Boy, that puck was really humming off the stick. Unfortunately, it missed the net badly.
That one's deflected. The Paladins are skating it up at neutral ice. Oh, broke it up. Near the boards. Gets in, and he'll look over his options. He just flat out missed it. That puck exits the zone, so play has to reset. Breaks away. At the front of the net. That's a good save on an easy shot. That's an enormous offensive face-off win. Two guys together with force. Big force.
This just continues what he's done throughout the previous part of the game. He's been on the body from the very beginning. Now he's trying to spark his team as they need to come back to get themselves into the game.
Puts one on. Turned aside by the blocker. To Helm. Crosses that line. He got his glove on that one. Pass attempt to Eichel. That was one. He'll get the number off.
I really like the effort that he's trying there to generate a turnover by finishing his check.
Last minute to go in the third. And freezes play for the whistle.
On my eye line, this looks like it's going in the net. This is an enormous save at a critical point in the game. It keeps his team in shouting distance of the lead.
Coming up is the largest play in this game so far. The largest play. It's a draw. They won it. Now what can they do? Passing one off now to Opozo. Nicely into the zone. Big drive. Oh, stick save. Buffalo's pulling their goalie for the extra man. He's got that pass off the wing and can move ahead. Buffalo's in possession as they travel in the defensive zone. On to Reinhart. Elevator to Ristolainen. A long scorcher. Oh, what a flop. Throws it. Oh, my. Gotta clear it. Looking to Helm. Net open. He scores.
Helm's got the goal, and this game is over.
That's going to be too much for them to come back from. That empty netter will seal the deal.
The Paladins from the neutral zone start to work.
43, Darren Helm, assisted by number 63,
And this game played with a lot of costume fans on Halloween night has come to an end. So that is it for this one. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. For Eddie and Ray, Doc saying good night all. Greetings, everyone. Along with Eddie Olczyk, Mike Emmerich, right before game time here. It's an interesting sport in that sometimes your star players only play a third of the time. Do they ever make a contribution, though?
Well, you need them, Doc, to make those big contributions. Star players are a real important cog to the success of your team, because if you don't have a lot of them, you're not going to have much success. Barkov's versatility, Doc, is what makes him a special player. Look for him to be front and center throughout this game.
Let's look at the starting netminders. A win in his last game, so he gets the nod in this one. This man's the guy the coach trusts most, and he gets the nod yet again for the visitors. The referee has checked. The goal lights work. Let's see if anybody can light them. Halifax has got the puck, and they get to make the first play.
Halifax is looking to get a roll going with another win tonight. Hard work and consistency will allow them to do that.
Just like shootout. He scores! That's a good way to begin. Make the fans happy.
They'll certainly have more energy. They've got the game's first score, and now they can play from in front.
Florida's gotten the crowd into it early.
And rightfully so. The energy they play with has been terrific.
And they've won the neutral zone faceoff. And offside is called.
And getting Dynadon. And by number 11, Jonathan Huberdeau. Time of the goal, 55 seconds.
The Paladins have looked like a perfect hockey team over the last 10 games. Whether it's their special teams, their 5-on-5 play, their goaltending, they've had the answer to any question any opponent has put to them. They want to play as aggressively as they can tonight, Doc, because their opponents have really struggled.
First game, new team. What do you think, Ray?
You always want to get off to a good start in your first game with a new team. There's been so much upset in your life. This is the place you're most focused.
The Panthers with a clean win on the draw. Florida's winging it at neutral ice. Skilled play by Marion Gabrick. And this is Aaron Ekblad. Broke in at 18. Maybe can change the tide at center ice. In with it now. What a tremendous hit.
This is not going to be a game for quiet players. You're going to need to be physical. That early hit sets the tone here for both teams.
All a part of generating an offense. A little pass off from the goal. Propelled to Gabrick. And quickly to Helm. Oh, what a glove he's got there.
Looking for parking before the game. The new parking area is now available for additional spots.
The Paladins win that faceoff. Here he comes. Oh, he got it. You couldn't have chosen a better guy for that shot, or apparently a better guy to stop it. Smart recovery by Yandel. Looking to Bukestad. Florida's along the wing at center ice. Shoots one. Made that stop. Collected by Stoner. Solid rub out. No out of bounds in this sport.
I don't think he's going to take that road again. He got crunched on the wall.
They're getting all organized now. Tremendous hit. Back to the point. Skates out with it. Kicked away. Stoner's trying to get from his own end to center. Florida's organizing back in the defensive zone. Trying to go to Bukestad. On to Hoffman. Gathered up again by Stoner. It's dumped in. Great stick work prevents the pass from being complete. Brings it in for an attack. Lets it go. Really quick grab. Paladins keep the play going in the middle. Pitching this one to Pizzic. To McGinn. Chip to Hoffman. Free puck off a defender there. That one is pointed to him. Receives it in the corner. Slid to McGinn. Wrister from the slot. A wonderful scoring chance denied. And yet another save. How does he do that?
Goalies have to make a half a dozen great stops in a win. This is one on a beautiful move, but there is nowhere for the puck to go.
The Panthers get the draw. A superb hit. A great hockey play there. Couldn't make it through. Can't retain possession. He's got that pass off the wing and can move ahead. Using the point. Shoots. He got a piece of that one.
That great save was all positioning.
Visit our team store for all the latest styles of jerseys, shirts, hats, and other collectibles.
Clutterbuck's eyes were as big as saucers. He sees the opponent with his head down, and he steps up for a huge hit.
Just over 6 minutes to go. Only one goal hanging on the board so far. So it's 1-0. Florida's got another win. Really good cut of the pass. And he dumps it in. The Panthers in their own end controlling play now. Things are heating up with that hit.
Barkov's not going to be too happy with that. He didn't have his head up, wasn't aware of everybody around him, and then he got steamrolled. Not sure who made the hit, but that is a big one.
That's a good defensive stick there. Wonderful block. Florida's looking up from mid-ice. Great save. It's dumped in. Ekblad's got it on his stick, trying to get it out of there. And now it's directed to Huberdeau. Fires. Outstanding glove save.
Korpisalo's able to make the save here with his stick. Not much on the shot.
Florida's got that win. Save. Cut off that pass.
Florida's forced another turnover in this very close game.
Terrific determination by Stastny. Laid on to Bookvist. Directing that one to McGinn. Inside the final minute of play. A shot. Oh, and he missed the net. Puck is thrown to Bookvist. Blocked away. Blockered away. He hangs on and gets the whistle.
Third period. Grab your tickets for a chance at the grand prize.
You can't deliver the puck much better than that, but the goalie says no chance. That's an excellent save.
Puck drop, face off one, and the winger stepped right in. First period stats are final. We'll have some more entries as the second and third periods are forthcoming. The Panthers leave the ice with a 1-0 lead.
Listen up, fans. For tonight only, all team jerseys are...
Florida's one-goal lead was gained early in that period, and then the two teams scrapped pretty much on even terms the rest of the way. Back after this. "20 minutes in the books, 20 minutes ahead." Edzo, what did you think of the first?
The Paladins are down in this game, Doc, and rightfully so. They did not manage the puck at all. If they want to get back in that game, they got to eliminate those turnovers.
And the middle frame has begun. Feeds the point. Gets that one on across. Airborne to Barkov. That puck left the zone, and so everybody has to drop back to center. Propelled to Huberdeau. Zone to zone to Matheson. Fires a shot, and that one turned aside. The Paladins skated up on the side. Picks it up in his own end. Snapping a pass to Huberdeau. Driving in from no man's land.
Huberdeau's hoping to get that milestone goal right here.
Save!
The Paladins haven't played all that well, but their goaltender has held them tight. They still have a chance here.
On to Larson. Pass attempt to Gabrick. Outstanding body contact.
Barkov's not strictly a finesse player. He uses the body to his advantage quite frequently.
Unfortunately for the puck carrier here, Doc, he skated right into this massive collision.
The Panthers control from the neutral zone. Gets in, and he'll look over his options. Got it at the point. A howitzer. Solid glove save. Over 5 minutes have gone by. It's a 1-0 game. The Paladins with a face-off win. Can start the attack going in the zone. Stole that pass away in his own end. He is shut right off.
Well, he's been looking for that hit all night.
In that defensive zone, an important play. One into another.
He might have seen him at the last minute to absorb that hit.
A hit that can make you mad. Read that play in his own end. An enormous hit. Chip to McGinn. Got that pass in his own end. Slid to Liljegren. Terrific determination by Shaw. Shoots it off. May not have intended it, but it hit it. Laid on to Myers. Oh, tremendous stop by Reimer.
Liljegren's skating ability gets him into position here to deliver a crushing hit.
Off that face-off from the tie-up, the help came. Gains the zone. Carries it to the corner. That was a big hit.
That's one way to change the momentum of a hockey game. Be physical.
Cut that pass in his own end. Nicely received at the point. Propelled to Shaw. Able to hold on behind the cage. Wonderful stop.
Myers delivers a perfect hit, lays out his opponent.
Solid face-off win. Slid back across from one point to the other. A backhand shot. Makes a good save. And ring more bells on that one. One after another. Halifax gets a tripping minor.
He's got great stick positioning. Stick is on the ice, but unfortunately takes the skates out from under him.
The Panthers get their first power play of the game.
Well, the power play's excited to get out there. Those guys just about scrambled onto the ice as they get their initial chance of this game.
12 minutes, 20 seconds.
Halifax with some splendid penalty killing here. Passing one off now to Barkov. Cuts through. They continue to work away. Defensive gem with the stick. Cleared on out by Helm. Moving it to Barkov. The Panthers are driving it from the wing. Back on his stick. Got that pass in his own end.
He just turned that puck over, guys, and that puck has to go forward 100% of the time when you're on the lead.
And he steps across the line. Great opportunity, but the pass didn't connect. Gathered in and played back out again by Larson.
I used to hate this on the power play when you get the man advantage and it turns into a conditioning skate. You don't get set up in the zone. Up and down the ice you go, trying to get in and get set up.
On to Huberdeau. And off target with that one.
Wicked shot there, Doc.
Try to clear the puck. And the penalty killers come up big again. It's cleared. Pitching it to Trocheck. Takes it in from the neutral zone. Skates out with it. To the front. Save. He scores! That one shows why you don't take penalties.
The team took advantage on this man advantage by applying a lot of pressure. The defenders were on their heels. They couldn't clear, and the power play unit was able to score.
Oh, Edzo, sometimes you just get so lucky. He's not shooting the puck there. The goaltender's fooled as the puck doesn't come with any velocity at all.
Just over 6 minutes still on the clock in the second. 2 goals have been scored, both by one team. Looking to Killorn, trying to go to Stastny. Chip to Killorn. Oh, what a hit that one was.
I like that he's trying to create space by throwing the body round. This is a way to change momentum in a hockey game.
The Panthers with a neutral zone possession along the wing. A shot. May not have been intentional, but he got it anyway. Makes the stop and holds for the whistle.
This is frustrating. The goaltender makes a save by getting just a chunk of the shot.
The face-off, the tie-up, and score! That's 3 in a row.
There's the old adage, get it to the net. You never know what can happen. Because he doesn't hit it solidly, the goalie is fooled on it.
Florida's built a 3-goal lead here late in the second period. And the advantage in shots is enormous, too. And they've taken that face-off between the blue lines and won it. Beats that charge into the zone.
Frank Petrano, and by number 90, Jared McKinn.
Slid to Bertrano. Hard work here. That's how you break up a play. Pitching this one to Pysyk. Now it's directed to McGinn. Fires. Great glove save, and he keeps it. Puck drop, tie up, and help from the winger. Halifax is on the move up the wing. Using the point, he's got it. A shot, grab. Holds on and gets that whistle. Florida's got a face-off win. Directing that one to Barkov. Steps across that line. Players tired, about to get a rest as we go late into the second period. Gives it to the point. Around through the corner. Oh, what a move. Got that in the trapper.
He took it right away from him.
Puck dropped, and the winger stepped in to help. That's big. Got that pass near the blue line and now looks ahead. Shifts to the backhand and shoots. That's 2 periods in the books. 1 more to go, but a rest comes first.
When your team wins, you win $10 off at Bob's. Bring tonight's ticket to any local Bob's Sporting Goods for a coupon that's good for $10 off your next purchase of
Halifax has a lot to talk about during the intermission, and it shows on the scoreboard. They've got troubles, and the goaltender has even more, as you see from this example. We'll return after these words. We are entering the third period. Based on the first 2, what are you expecting to happen?
The Panthers have had their way the first 40 minutes of play pretty much in every category possible, most importantly with this real comfortable lead. Do they sit on it or look to add to it here in the third?
Laid on to Larson. Up, score! They're back to within 2 now.
Well, he had a lot of time and space there to let that wicked shot go from far out. That is a heavyweight shot.
I'm not so sure the goalie had his angle shut down properly. That's too much room up on the top of the net on the stick side. He's beaten clean.
The Paladins have gotten this game back to a 2-goal deficit for them. There's still time here in the third. Let's see what happens next. A terrific job at the face-off circle today, just like that.
by number 6, Adam Larson.
Takes that pass.
17, Alexander Timor.
Oh, the pass just didn't work. Gains the blue line. And moved down to Gabrick. He was standing in the lane and got some of it. Florida's in possession as they move up the wing. Lets a shot go. And a save. Look out, the hits are coming.
I once had a coach tell me, hit or be hit. There's an example of getting yourself into the game.
Oh, one down the list again. Every time somebody scores a goal, it seems you get knocked down when you're retired. 409 goals for him. That leapfrogs me on the list.
And that's a face-off win. Propelled to Ennis. He's got that pass at the point. The shot is off.
When the puck sounds hard when it hits the end boards, that means you've missed the net. Scoring chances handed away.
That's a goaltender's best friend, a defenseman that can use his stick like that. Gains the zone. Shoots one. He's got his pad on that one. Puck is thrown to Bukestad. Oh, my, what a hit. That puck's loose. A good defensive play. Takes that pass from the other point man. On to McGinn. Superb stand-up block. Dogged determination there by Yandel. Gains the zone and looks over his options. Can make a play from the corner. Didn't get a thing of that. Punched away. Good shooting place. He missed the net.
Oh, that's a glorious opportunity. He coughs it up by missing the net.
Lets it go. Got his pad on that one. Better be careful with it here. Routine save, but a necessary one.
As soon as the shooter drops his head to release the puck, he's already in the butterfly, and so he can turn that aside easily.
Over 9 minutes have gone by. Florida's been strong. They've built a good lead, but it's recently been cut from 3 to 2. Nervous time coming. Reads the play and keeps it. Snapping a pass to Huberdeau. Passing one off now to Barkov. Good use of the stick. Broke that pass up. Gathered up again by Huberdeau. Long lead pass to Matheson. Score! He's got his second.
Barkov skating, got him to the front of the net and was able to put in that second chance opportunity.
Sometimes the shooter will deliver the puck trying for a rebound. I think that's what he's trying to do there. The puck bounces off the goaltender, put away on the rebound.
Florida's goal has taken them to an even larger lead on a night that they have had the offense going. Third period of play.
He's 5th of the season.
Liljegren's hooked on the play. There will be a penalty. Florida's roster goes down by 1 here. At least briefly, a minor penalty for hooking.
10 minutes.
Well, what he was trying to do is trying to get the puck, but unfortunately